Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GameStar TV. It is the Gears Esports APAC Regional Series, and we are broadcasting live on Mixer.com thanks to Mixer's sponsorship of the tournament series to the tune of $2,800 every single phase. We've got 4 phases in total. We've had 1 phase completed. Second phase is happening right now, and we're into week number 2 of that phase. 1 more week after this, and then we get into the finals, and that is when the 4 teams who've made it through to the finals get a shot at the $2,800 US dollar cash. So we're just setting up lobbies and that sort of thing at the moment, everyone. So we're going to get ourselves underway as quickly as possible. And I might prove to be just a little bit distracted every now and again as I do that to make sure that everything is correctly set up. Now, the first 2 teams that are going to be playing today, of course... Okay, so let's just talk about the structure before we talk about the exact 2 teams that are going to be playing. So we have had 5 teams enter this week, which is a little disappointing because we had 8 teams last week. It was a fantastic, well, not last week, 2 weeks ago. It was a fantastic tournament, 8 teams. We played the full 6 rounds that we were meant to, and a great time was had by all. Everybody earned all sorts of points and participation rewards and things like that. But this week we're down by 3 to 5 teams. So we're missing Team India. We're also missing Militia Gaming. And the Greasy Groovers, I think, are the other team that's missing. So, yeah. Sorry, Unknown. Unknown is missing. So, yeah, if you are a Gears player and you're tuning in or you're watching the VODs later on and you're keen to get involved, get your hands on a share of that $2,800 US dollars, then you should get your friends and put a team together and enter. Top 4 go through. At the moment, this field is quite small, so there's a really good chance that you get through and get a shot at the cash. Every single team that makes it into the top 4 and finals on the 4th of March, I believe it is, they will earn cash. So first earns $1,500 US dollars, and then there's, you know, the remainder of the $2,800 after that gets shared between the other 3 teams that didn't make it into the top. Now, of course, there are also participation rewards, PR, or whatever you want to call them, where you can earn points simply by playing. So you earn more points by winning matches, but you still earn points even if you've lost your matches. And as they accumulate, you get to exchange them for gears. For gear, there's a range of digital swag as well as real swag like tote bags and jackets and things like that you can earn. So, yeah, you know, get involved. That's what you should be doing, and earn yourself some decent swag and play some games at the same time. You know, that's the key. All right, so while we get everybody ready, I think so our first match today is going to be Astonish versus Slices. Now, I was saying, because we only have 5 teams that have entered, we've changed the format up just a little bit. There's no point doing Swiss format because Swiss format is really, it only comes into its own once you've got 8 or more teams. So with 5 teams, we're going to be doing a single match round robin. That's 5 rounds to complete all of the matches. So everybody here today is going to get to play everybody else. There's an odd number of teams, so that means for each round there's going to be a bye. Teams will earn full points for their bye, and because we only need 5 rounds and we are meant to have 6, because of the way the participation rewards work, we're going to award full points to teams that are here for round 6. So even though nobody's going to be playing round 6, everyone's going to get their 7 points out of that towards the participation rewards. Our first match today is going to be Astonish versus the Slices, and the Slices are not a new team. The Slices are last week's Beer Bongs Bentleys, so they've just renamed themselves. Now, while we wait for everyone to get ready, let's just go through a couple of things. First thing is, the next event is going to be on the 18th of February. So get your teams together. You've got 2 weeks to get yourself sorted out for the 18th of February. Of course, to be eligible to play, you must be in the APAC region. But the APAC region is quite large. You know, it's Oceania, so Australia, New Zealand, India, and Japan. So the whole region. There's a list on the Esports Gears website, gearsesports.com, and you can check that out to see whether your country is in the APAC region. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the maps are predetermined for the matches today. So round 1 is going to be Harbour. Everybody plays on Harbour for round number 1. And when I say everybody, that's all 4 teams that are playing. There's one bye, of course. And let's have a quick look at the leaderboard as well. So we had, as I said, I thought it was 8 teams last week. It was 6 teams that played because unfortunately it was 8 teams, but there was one team that had to be DQ'd because they were unable to field their full roster. So it was 8 teams. We had 7 playing with a bye for each round. So Mind Freak, no surprises, came out on top of that one. 42 points in total for that match. And let's just see what's going on. I'm just going to have a look to see what's happening with these teams because I've invited one of the teams. All right, there you go. So no surprises. They won all of their matches. And then the next in line were the Beer Bongs and Bentleys. And as I mentioned, that is Team Slicer today. So they've called Slicer. And they did pretty well, 37, losing only one match. And that match they lost to Mind Freak. So a very, very close showing from them. Greasy Groovers sitting on 32. Astonish, who are the team playing the Slicers in this first round match on stream, ending up with 28 points. Militia Gaming on 21. And Team India with an excellent showing considering the ping battles that they had to deal with 19 points in total. All right, a couple of players helping me out. I had an invite issue earlier on, but that has been sorted out, and now we're trying to get teams into the lobby. And so as soon as we get the teams into the lobby, we will get ourselves going and into this match. I feel as though I could maybe play some music now, but I don't know where Caramexel's team is. They had a couple of players trying to join in. I think they might be having the same problem that I was having, where they were unable to invite. My Xbox updated when I switched it on this morning. There you go. We're starting to get players jumping in. So let's just get that up on screen so that you can see the progress of the lobby. It's just me today. Once again, my name is Crisis, of course, and I love the competition. I love Esports Gears, and I'm growing to love the community with all of its quirks, etc., etc. But it's just me. We have paid opportunities for casters for Gears Esports. So if you're tuning in or watching the VOD and you're thinking, hey, what is this guy talking about? And I could surely do better than this. If you are an aspiring esports caster for Gears of War, get in contact with GameStar, get onto our Discord, or just tweet us. Send us a DM on Twitter at GameStar, and we'll hook you up, man. $120 if you cast one afternoon of Gears Esports. So it's great. I mean, it's fantastic pocket money, and you get to chat with me all day, and occasionally yell at you in the background without anybody hearing. So just waiting on at the top there on the cog today for this first round is going to be the Slicers. So just bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, while we try to get the players in. All right, everyone, we've just got word from the captain of Slicer, Caramel, who has let us know that Virix is restarting his Xbox. So possibly had the same issue that I had before, where he was unable to, I don't know, join lobbies or accept invites or something like that after the update. So hopefully we will be able to get ourselves up and running in just a couple of minutes. So while we're waiting, we'll just have a quick look at the tournament statistics right now. Obviously, we've had no matches played, so we don't actually know who is... Hang on, I've got to refresh that, I think. Let's do that, because it's showing that we don't have any teams entered. Which is not the case at all. Let's see if we can get that fixed. Yeah, there you go. There we go. So you can see played, win, lost records, all of that sort of stuff. And we are just about ready to go. So we're just waiting for that one player from the Slicer team. And Kaz apologizes profusely. And as soon as we get ourselves going, we will get stuck into the match. All right, just a quick update. I am making an allowance as the tournament admin for the late start, ladies and gentlemen, because A, this match is supposed to be on stream, but B, because I had technical difficulties getting a lobby working that required a hard reset of my Xbox to sort out. So I'm just going to make an allowance for that player in the same respect, because maybe they're having the same issues as I did. All right, everyone, we are going to be starting with a 4 versus 5 situation. The Team Slicer realized that we cannot delay anything any further, and they are prepared to go into the match 4 versus 5 just to get things underway. And now both teams have readied up, so we are going to get ourselves into this match. It's going to be a good one, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. We're hoping that the 5th from the Slicers are going to be able to arrive and get the person into the game. So yeah, let's see how things going. We are playing Escalation on Harbor. Of course, all of the rounds are Escalation. That is the esports standard for Gears of War, and here we go into the first map. So Slicer are on the COG side, and Astonish, with a number of New Zealand players, in fact, which is pretty cool, are on the Swarm side. And here we go into the first round. Very, very short respawns. Not a tragedy if you get taken down early on, because you can get yourself back up, but of course ideally You do not want to do that. So let's just see if I can get... There you go, X-rays on. And we're following Caramel at the moment. So this is Team Slicer. He's the captain. And of course they are playing with just 4. Heading on up to top of Harbour. And getting met with a quick 2v1. In fact, it was kind of a 3v1 with another Swarm member all the way behind. V English now running for his life. He's going to get cornered. And the Swarm will get their first triple cap very, very quickly in round number 1. And Astonish take the lead. All right, here we go. Let's see if we get a weapon getting a place down. And he's toying with us right now. Will it just be grenades, or will they do something spectacular? Is the question on everyone's mind. They're not going to put any weapons down? Surely what they want to be able to do is create a situation in the map where their opponents are going to get split up. The Boltok has been placed, all right. So at least there is another location that teams or players might end up going where they can create a more even situation with their number of players. Oh, Verix is joining in. That is going to be good to get him in. There we go, get into the play camera. We're going to follow Vibrate, Legacy Vibrate from the Astonish team. Got V Mingus in his sights, or in her sights. As the smoke goes down, breaks for cover, they're going to meet and splat with the Nasher and a move onto the B site to get the cap going. Now we had a very, very quick triple cap in favor of Astonish in that first, in the opening round. It's slowed down just a little bit as we now have Verix in the match, and he will be very pleased that he managed to get himself in there. Let's have a look at what Verix is doing. In fact, he's getting taken down. He's been shot in the knee, getting picked up though. V English is there to support him, and now they're going to roll in together. He's got his Lancer out, get some long range fire on, and that is the Swarm running for their lives, but running onto the point, and very good Verix getting a toehold onto that sea hill and preventing the triple cap from there. Now the tables getting turned in the favor of the COG as they pick up their own 2 hills themselves and start to try to claw back some of this deficit that they had on the or behind Astonish. Following Ruckus right now from Astonish, working his way around, getting himself up to the high ground. He's got 1 in support. Lady Luck is there. It's now a 2 versus 2 situation in that top area, and it's created sufficient distraction for the B side to go the hands of the Swarm and to re-establish their lead, or start to rebuild their lead, really, more than anything else. Now with Caramel from the Slicer team, Beer Bongs and Bentley from before. So not really what motivated the team change. Maybe they ran out of supplies and have decided to go for Slicer instead. Caramel at the moment is very, very cautious, laying down the long range lines of fire. Good enough to make a gear lead think twice. The smoke goes down and gets some cover open. There are 3 players there. I don't know if you can see that they're all there. Oh, he goes in 3 versus 1 and comes off short. Lady Luck is full red but managed to take him down anyway and lives to fight another day. 2 hills now in favor of the COG. A real ding-dong at the moment between these 2 teams as we stick with Lady Luck, who takes 1 down as they get into is this A? Yep, that's A. And make sure that they do not lose their lead. This is going to be very, very close. 202, 203, and in fact a very, very close round, but they are going to take this round nevertheless. It is once again Astonish maintaining their lead with Cog still on a donut. That is Slicer still on a donut. Into round number 3, and we'll see if anything besides any new weapons get put down anyway. Thinking, playing. And the long shot is down, so we're hoping to see some headshots going down, some heads getting taken off, and having a chuckle at the body shots, or, you know, otherwise that occur. So let's see who heads on up to get that long shot. We're going to follow Lady Luck on her way up. The grenade goes down. It's smoke. Lyrics is there. Gets a flanking position on. Takes the shot. There's the splat that comes through. It was Alway, though, taking down Lyrics. And the long shot has been picked up by Ruckus. So let's have a quick look at what Ruckus is able to do with that long shot. So Swarm doing very, very well at the moment. Astonish are nicely in the lead. They are in a 2-1 situation. Oh, the body shot didn't quite come through for what Ruckus wanted to do, which really was take the head off. So didn't really want a body shot at all. And takes another no-scope shot. Doesn't quite get the hit though. Doesn't matter though. There you go. One shot that comes through. And we have just the English up, or English I guess would be his name, up for the slices. Not even trying to go for anything other than a body shot. Gets the body shot through, the clear out is there, and Swarm get another domination. So interesting, Slicer just not finding their form just yet. Maybe still feeling a little bit harassed by the technical issues that Virix had earlier on that prevented him from joining for the opening round. And they're now sitting on a 3-0 deficit with Astonish doing very, very well. And I remind you, Slicer were team Beer Bongs and Bentley from last week, who finished up second after that first qualifier. So they are not a team, not a pushover by any means. So this is Astonish playing very, very well. No weapon gets placed, so we'll just have the long shot for now. And we'll follow Alway to start off, who contacted me during the week just to let me know that he is not a girl. So Home Hill's getting capped at the moment. Alway working his way around via the winch area. We'll follow Ruckus, who was the previous long shot holder. He's going to head on in, gets a little roll. Oh, that's great, great positioning that he's been able to get. Creates a good distraction, and now, oh, he gets splattered just as I start to talk him up. Caramel doing very, very well to clear away Alway as well after that. Takes a shot over the ridge, over the boxes. Doesn't quite get his mark, but the long shot has been picked up. This time it is with Lady Luck, and we'll see what Lady Luck is able to do. Ruckus was quite devastating in that first round. Or sorry, in that third round with the long shot. Oh, there comes the shot from Lady Luck. Smacks down Barcode. So it gets another one on Virix. They are just standing there and letting her take the shots that she wants and pick up the kills on the way to securing her team's victory for round number 4. Takes a shot there. Gets a body shot off there, I think, more than anything else. Doesn't get the kill. But that's okay. Got a double, or, you know, 2 in a row early on. Well, playing very, very cautiously. Wants to go in for the gib, but realizes, hang on, I've got the long shot. I don't need to be in close here, taking any chances. And books it away across the map. Gets some range and has her sights on Mingus right now, I reckon. Just keeping an eye open, looking for that shot on the long shot. There you go. Lined up Barcode, and that's the second time Barcode's... Oh, sorry, was that Barcode? Might have read the kill feed incorrectly. But Lady Luck doing a great job. 3 for 3 headshots, in fact, and 1 body shot. So doing a great job with the long shot. As the scores tick up, I mean, despite getting all of those shots, Lady Luck gets another one with V English, making this long shot work. Knows that Barcode is over there. Oh, misses one. As the points tick up very, very close right now, but slightly now in the favor of the COG. Well, they're really just evening things up with 2 points, 2 hills capped. Lady Luck opts for the Lancer, switches over to the long shot, gets a little bit of range. Things are running, time is running out now. Both of the teams are in the 190s. Lady Luck in a little bit of trouble, has to juke as much as possible, not able to do so. Mingus does a great job. Can he get two in a row from Mingus? And he's going to get the cap, and it is absolutely neck and neck. They're so close to getting it. 210 to 208 for that final round, but it doesn't matter whether you win by 100 or by 1. The round goes the way of Astonish, and they advance to a 4-0 lead over the Slicers. So just waiting to see what weapon gets placed. And getting myself all distracted, sorting out potential technical issues. Let's see what we've got. So we got grenades at the dock as the next weapon. So we'll follow Ruckus as we roll out to the stern. And he does his work, or does his job. Up there in the smoke, taking a whole bunch of shots right now, not really landing anything. Doesn't matter though. There you go. We're on Mingus, who managed to take down Ruckus just before, and then hangs on for dear life and gets himself a long shot. So well played there by Mingus. Now he's going to try and get some position. Gets a body shot onto Legacy Vibrate. Pulls out the pistol to try and finish it off. Gets him down onto the ground, and then gets the give with the long shot. So just making sure that the kill is secured. Takes another shot. Doesn't quite land where he wants it to. There's a couple of players up at the stern, but they are playing very, very well, keeping their heads down, knowing that at any moment their heads could get shot right off. There you go. Oh, what a shot from Mingus onto Gearlet. Under fire and under pressure, takes the head right off, and then rolls on away. That was speculative. Doesn't land for a second shot. Doesn't land it either. Goes in close with the pistol. Oh, does the business, does what he needs to. Legacy Vibrate comes through. He's got the Nasher out in time though, and clears him away. A great little double kill there. So we're still with Legacy Vibrate at the moment. For the first time, we have the COG with a well-established lead, and they own both of the B and C rings. So they are doing very, very well and looking for a quick turnaround here. We've been with Vibrate as she works her way all around to the B side. I assume that she's a she. I don't know for sure though. I know Olwe is not a girl because he told me. But I know that several of the players on this team are female and doing a great job against the Slicers. Number 2 place team from last week. Astonish, I think, are 4th in the rankings right now. So not push over a team themselves, but doing an excellent job here, being in the lead. They might let the Slicers get their donut off the board though with this round, and with just 1 second to go, managed to get themselves their first round and a triple cap to boot with 1 second to go. So it's 4-1 now as we head on into round number 6, and this is the final round of the first half. So we've got the long shot at the stern, we've got grenades at the dock. And here we go. I'm going to roll out with this one. Let's follow Barcode. So we're with Barcode from Slicer, and he rolls himself on backwards. There you go, gets a roll. Oh, he's already full red. Legacy Vibrate has him in his sights. Gets the smoke grenade down. Oh, yep. The smoke's out. Legacy Vibrate. This is a tense one-on-one situation. They are both sharing a little bit of damage with each other. Who's going to make a break for it? Who's going to get some help, in fact, as all of the battle goes on the other parts of the map. In comes Barcode. He's had enough. He tries to get position on Legacy Vibrate, and it works. Takes him down and holds on to his ring. Push over to Verix. There's maybe a little bit more action here because Barcode was spending most of his time in areas where there were no other players. Patting himself on the back, really, after picking up that kill that he needed to. Great lance of fire coming through from Verix. It's just harassment more than anything right now. And Lady Luck has probably had to deal with plenty of harassment in her time. So shrugs it off, gets on out of there, and leaves Veric all by himself, who has now picked up a long shot. So we've had a couple of good long shot plays, a couple of really nothing plays earlier on as well. So let's see what he can do. Oh, he lines up for the body shot. Doesn't need to take it. The Cog in control of 2 rings right now. So they are in command of this map and looking to add another one to the previous round. Get themselves on 2 points instead of just the 1. Waiting for the long shot to come, and eventually it does. And it doesn't get the kill that he wants. Whips out the pistol as the pressure comes in on close. Takes down one, but gets taken down himself. He's got some support over there. He's just been kneecapped though, so he's going to look to try and get up, but is not able to do so. V-Mingus holding on for dear life at the moment, and the Cog are going to take yet another round and get themselves onto 2 points on the board as we finish up the half. So 4-2 in favor of Astonish as we go into the second half. Everything gets reset, all the weapons off the board, and of course, spawn times reset. Let's follow Gearlet as we roll out. She's heading over to the D hill. Everything has moved around just a little bit. Let's see where those hills are right now. 2 near the dock and 1 up at the stern. Oh, she's been taken down by the long-range Lance of Fire. He's going to crawl back by Barcode. Clears away Legacy Vibrate. And, gets up just in time to be kneecapped and then gibbed once again Barcode with a bit of an MVP play there with Virix in support. And Cog now really finding their feet and getting a triple cap in the first half, or the first round of the second half. So 4-3 right now. So since the fifth half, the Astonish team have been sitting on those 4 points and not being able to add to it. Ruckus planting a weapon now for Astonish to see if they can make a tactical call that will break this momentum that Slicer have. Let's see if they can do it. Long shot down onto the stern. They did have really, really good success with the long shot earlier. Let's follow Ruckus, who placed the weapon, heading on up to the stern. The E-heel is there, so is the long shot. A highly contestable area. Grenades going down, lots of smoke, lots of cover, lots of mayhem going down. It's like everybody from both teams is in this area and taking pot shots at each other. Ruckus has to book it away because the rest of his team has been taken down. It's the last man standing, and there you go. It's a team down and a Cog domination. Almost there. The triple cap just denied as E gets broken. Long shot in the hands of the English, but he gets one shot with it, doesn't even get to reload, really. And the scores are evened up 4-all between these two teams. All right, into the rounds, and we're following V English this time around. Once again, there's going to be mayhem up here at the stern, where the E-heel and the long shot are hanging out. V English peeking and shooting, heads on down the stairs, looks to get some space. And the call has obviously gone down. Barcode needs a little bit of help there because there is a concerted effort to cap and maintain D. And now the triple cap is on as in roll the swarm with almost no hesitation. You're going to have one player come in and try to get the toe hold onto that E-heel. Sorry, I think it was D. And arrives just a moment too late. And finally, the drought has been broken and Astonish get another point on the board. It is 5-4 as we head into round 10. Dubbing up wants me to spec Virix, so I guess that's what I'm going to do. Of course, Mind Freak not playing in this round. We've got 5 teams entering today. That means the 5th team is out for the count. In each of the rounds, one team will get a bye as the hammer burst goes down near the docks. Alright, there we go. By special request, we're going to follow Virix as he heads on with his team providing meat shield up to the stern. Puts the smoke down there, nice and cautious. Oh, he runs into 2. Gets the one down. Vmingus follows shortly after with a second. And it is a 5-on-3 situation. 5-on-2 situation now as the Cog dig deep really after giving up that previous round. And Virix doing a great job getting the kills, getting the gives down, and now looking to get a cap down as well as he stands on the F-ring, in the F-ring. And there it is. A triple cap in response from a Slicer, evening up the scores once again. They haven't led the game yet, so they've only managed to play from behind or get a draw. So the question is whether, with the longer respawns now, whether they will be able to actually get themselves into the lead. It's a first to 7 here. It's not like any of the other codes, the esports codes, where you have to win by at least 2 rounds. First team to get to 7 is the one that wins. And of course, if it's 6-6 going into that final round, the team that loses the match, well, the impact is minimal in terms of their qualification for the finals, because they get their 6 points for the 6 rounds won. So it's only 1 point lost, but there's a bigger impact on the participation rewards. 100 participation credits if you win a match, 75 if you lose the match. So a 25% drop in participation credits if you do not win the match. So the players will want to pick up the win here. We're following Caramel right now. He's providing some Lancer support, but Swarm have rolled out, and what on earth did they do? But they almost got a triple cap there. It's denied momentarily. Caramel can do nothing to get past Lady Luck, and Swarm or Astonish are in the lead once again and sitting now on match point. And of course, if you're dubbing up, you'll be saying, well, the reason is because you didn't spec Virix. So maybe for this last round, I should spec Virix again. So, having a little think, we're into round number 12 in just a moment. And Slicer put down just another grenade. They will be using all of the time possible to try and get themselves a tactical opening that will give them the ability to even up the scores. Following Virix now by special request from dubbing up of Mindfree Fame. He rolls on through the smoke. He's going to find Gillet. Or is Gillet going to find him? Oh, he takes a couple of shots, gets him down. The incendiary goes down, and he takes a little bit of damage from that, but gets on away. Nevertheless, puts an incendiary down himself onto the stern area. Looks to drive the Swarm away as he heads on up. A perfectly placed incendiary, in fact, right on the E-ring. And he's gotten himself to full red just by walking on it. So there you go. He broke the ring. Now looking for that cap to come through. Just if in the hands of the Swarm right now. Couple of players heading on up to the E-hill, up to the stern. They get taken down, they get cleaned up, but Ruckus is there. He's the last man standing for Astonish, looking to stop, or looking to, well, break this lead that is getting built by a Slicer. Not able to do so, following Caramel. You can see a couple of players from Astonish down at the D-hill, getting the cap in there. And we're once again into the situation where both of the teams staying completely even, just about. Maintain, well, the lead exchanging hands every now and again. Caramel getting some fire down with the hammer burst, I think that is. Lady Luck is there. Swarm looking to dominate. Oh, it was there for a moment, but the ring is broken. We're still with Caramel. He's got the Nasher out. Gets a low roll through. Lady Luck picks him and takes him down, but it doesn't matter. Mingus takes her down from a long range with his long. Oh no, it's not a long. And absolutely dead tied right now as we go into round number 13. It is a golden point now. One team has to lose, unfortunately. It has been a really, really close match. Astonish and Slicer looking to open today's performances with a win. And who will it be? Legacy vibrates, about to place a weapon. And here we go into the final round. There's no overtime in Gears Esports. So let's see how things unfold. All right, we follow Barcode. He headed on up to the docks. Didn't even think about capping. Wants to get the covering fire on. Pulls out the Nasher. 1v1 and loses out to Alway. But it doesn't matter. Caramel is there. Turns it into a 2v1 and gets revenge for his teammate. Gonna stick with Captain Caramel as he heads on around. Lady Luck is there. So is Gearlet. Doesn't try to take him on. Tries to get position. Goes full red. Gets one shot down. Gets the gib as well. Crouches down to get his to allow his health to recover. Oh, almost gets taken down, picking up the weapon. Oh, the triple cap is on. It could be. He just changes hands very, very shortly to not quite change his hands. It's been broken. Hasn't quite been built up. This could be it. A triple cap on the way for the Cogs and denied by the absolute skin of their teeth. Astonish holding on as the best as they can, but they are men down, women down. We're going to follow Lady Luck. Has managed to get a toll on D, and they haven't even gotten themselves into double digits in this round. That is how one-sided the match has, or the round has been in favor of Slicer. Not really sure what was going on between those two Slicer players. They were having a little bit of conference over there and allowing the Astonish team to get some free hits onto them. Oh, Lady Luck gets taken down from long range by Mingus. Incendiaries go down. It's still 2 points in favor of Slicer. And once again, the triple cap is looking like a possibility. This is the home hill. Can the rollout from Astonish break things? And no, it cannot. Coming from behind, Team Slicer managed to take the win 7-6 and open today's proceedings with a very close game, and really the closest game of the phase, not just of the of today, because last week everything was pretty one-sided. 7-0s, 7-1s. I think the best that a team got was a 7-3 maybe. So that is that for round number 1 here on the stream. We are going to take a very short break, and when we come back, it'll be time for round number 2, and we'll be featuring Mind Freak against whoever their matches. So if you're a Mind Freak fan, now is the time for you to go and grab yourself a drink. We're going to take a 2 or 3 minute break, depending on how long it takes to get the players ready, and we will then get into round number 2.